apart from gout, cherries, fresh cherries, for a start, are very good for osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and what they call rheumatoid psoriatic arthritis as well.
Oh, wow.
So
and Tyler from Boring says, I'm allergic to cherries, and he starts crying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, no. All right, how are we doing today, Ronald?
Yeah, going really well.
Fantastic.
I'm looking forward to the next 6 days at 25 degrees.
Really?
That's
Is that? Oh, yeah. Captain Hugo's giving the thumbs up to that. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Well, yeah, that's going to be
Finally.
Good. Say that again?
Finally.
Yeah, it's about time. It's about time. Definitely we're going to have to visit the beach and do some stuff. Right now, the great thing about you, Ronald, is that you're coming onto the show today. You have over 50 years experience in nutrition. You know, you come from a family of engineers when it comes to like building trains and all that kind of stuff. And you were that generation where you became an engineer for the human body, you know, to see how the human body works. So guys, Ronald's going to be 75 years old, but literally he can flex his muscle like that. You can literally hang off his arm and he will hold you up without breaking a sweat. All right. So what he's going to share with us today, we want to make sure we listen attentively because we're going to be learning some useful holistic ways to improve our health and our well-being. So Ronald, what have you got for us today?
Yeah, I've got something pretty intriguing today. Especially good for osteoarthritis.
Okay.
Rheumatoid arthritis and general arthritis. Right?
I hear a lot of people.
And even gout.
And gout. What do you know? I hear a lot of people, especially more mature people, who suffer with these challenges. You know, even young people nowadays. So this is going to be a good one.
Yes, very much so. And In just give you an idea, an idea about the problem with arthritis and gout. In America, which is about 300 million people, right? 11 million have got gout. 11 million.
Oh wow,
that's a lot.
That is a lot.
That's a lot. I mean, when you look at 300 million and 11 million got gout, and I've actually seen a lot of patients with gout. I tell you, they describe it like shards of glass broken into your feet, inside your feet.
So gout is something that affects your feet.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Really, it's like they tell me it's like broken glass inside your feet, and you're walking. In other words, the glass are moving around, hitting all your nerves, right?
Oh wow!
And some people get it so bad that they can't walk. They just can't walk. They need like 1 or 2 canes. See?
Wow.
Anyway, the good news is that at the time when this sort of arthritis is very common, there comes a very impressive fruit.
Okay.
And it's called cherries. Cherries. We're talking about cherries.
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 The ones that I can buy in the high street right now.
Yes, you can. Yes.
And people,
The UK season for cherries. The UK's got some pretty good farms that I've got a lot of cherries, right? And the actual cherries come around they start ripening about June, July.
Okay.
Right? So I'll give you an idea how much I treasure cherries. We've got 22 fruit trees in our yard.
Wow.
And 4 of them are cherries.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
I've got an 8-year-old cherry, 8-year-old. I've got a 6 years old. I've got a 3 years old and a 2 years old.
Oh, so, sounds like a kindergarten.
One in the front yard, 2 in the side garden, and 1 in the back.
Okay.
Right? And the only problem is that when the birds are so chewing into it. The moment they start to go red, you got to put netting around them.
Okay.
Otherwise they get decimated. Huh?
Oh wow.
But anyway, that's the side.
I got a cherry tree, by the way. It's still growing. It's still growing. Yeah, remember, like from before, back in the day, because I got it at them times, and it's still growing. Yeah, just haven't got that much fruit yet.
It takes about 3 years to get some cherries, but then by about the 5th year and 6th year, you get a lot more cherries. A lot more.
Cool.
And this season, as a lot of farmers and gardeners will see, it doesn't mean the best because we've had a lot of wind, a lot of heavy rain.
Yeah.
And a lot of the blossoms on the trees were not able to materialize into fruit. And usually you can, like for example, with plums, last year I had about 200 plums in one tree, 200 plums. This year I got 6.
Wow, that's wolf. We're in deficit there.
But that's gardening for you. That's the way it is. You know? Anyway, the important that this is. I want you to listen in the next few minutes because apart from gout, cherries, fresh cherries for a start, are very good for osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and what they call rheumatoid psoriatic arthritis as well.
Oh wow!
So anything to do with arthritis. Yeah. Arthritis, by the way, comes from the word arthros, Greek, and is, right, which is inflammation. Okay. So when you talk arthritis, it's arthros meaning joint inflammation. Okay. So cherries are one of the most anti-inflammatory fruits you can eat for any inflammation internally and externally. Okay. Like, it's that good. Now, the only problem is it's become that popular, the local farm shop that I go to check things out, they're selling cherries last week at £10 per kilo.
Oh, wow.
£10.
Good gosh.
So I reckon that in the next 4 or 5 years, I'm sitting on a small fortune with 4 cherry trees. It's well worthwhile.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anyway, that is one of the big factors of eating cherries is anti-inflammatory. Now, also, it is a very high fruit, although sweet, sour, a bit more sweet than that. It's very high in vitamin C, right? And it's also that reddish color. You got some pink cherries, red and really red cherries, right? Like almost black, right? And the darker the cherries, the more beta-carotene, the more vitamin C, and that is a very big help for your eyes as well. Wow. For your eyes, your vision, okay? So if you eat about, say, 20 cherries a day during cherry season, 20 cherries is quite doable. So that would help you with eye function, especially improving your eyesight. Yes. And keep it strong. Yes. And the other one, the other benefit is it's also very good for reducing the sugar level in your pancreas. If you tend to eat a lot of sugary things like white flour, white rice, cakes and so on, if you eat cherries, like 2 or 3 times a day, that helps to break down the sugar fast. Okay. And reduce the sugar level in the pancreas. So, so anybody who's got diabetes or pre-diabetic tendencies, for it to become like medicinal, you need to eat about 20 to 30 cherries a day, right? Oh, wow. So, and of course, always plate your own cherry tree if you can. Yeah. You can get dwarf cherries these days. Okay. About 6 foot high.
Okay.
Right?
What's it?
For small garden, huh?
Yeah, Jeanette says, getting cherries today, by the way. It's a done deal. She's headed to the shops.
Run.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay, I didn't know this. This is interesting. So to make cherries to have the medicinal impact, it would be 20 cherries a day. I normally think, just a handful, like, cherries that you just eat every now and again. But we're talking about getting a medicinal impact from them.
Yes, you see, the way the creator did the fruit is very, very interesting. You'll notice that in winter, this is very interesting. A lot of people don't realize that, but in winter, for example, you get mandarins, you got lemons, you got grapefruit, you got pomelos. Yes. You've got oranges. Why? Because it's winter. So and it knows nature, if you like to call it that way. It knows your body needs vitamin C.
Oh.
So what does it do? It gives you all the citrus fruits.
So it produces these things for us to help us during those periods of times.
Exactly.
Wow.
And funny enough, with gout, gout can be in any season. You can have it in winter. You can have it in summer. Sometimes when it's hot, the gout gets worse, right? And because some people eat barbecues, more meat, and if you get a lot of uric acid, that's what gout is, uric acid, and that uric acid becomes like the shards of glass in your feet, right?
Oh, wow.
So one of the things I recommend to our patients is if you've got gout, come off red meat. Come off red meat for at least 3 months. Okay. No red meat. No red whatsoever.
So if you've got gout, come off red meat for how long?
3 months. 3 months.
3 months. So let's call it a meat fast for 3 months if you have a problem with gout.
Yes, because uric acid, there's a lot of uric acid in meat, red meat, and if you eat too much, if you're a bodybuilder and you're doing really hard work, like a logger or carpenter or bricklayer, you're doing really hard work, you can eat a bit of meat maybe once or twice a week.
Okay.
But a lot of people just desk jobs. Sit in front of a computer and eat meat sometimes twice a day. You know? So it's not especially when it's if the meat's not been good quality. I mean, a lot of people buy cheap cuts of meat with a lot of fat in it, and you don't want that. That's a big contributor to arthritis.
So this is a huge one. This is a huge one for our listeners out there. Those who say, "Oh, I love my meat. Oh, the meat. Look, if we go on that road, what's up down that road isn't good.
Yeah.
You know, so you're saying is once or twice a week, you said?
Yes. If you once or twice a week, and you really should do some walking or jogging. I prefer walking fast. That's probably one of the easiest things on the joints, right?
Okay.
One more important factor.
Before you go into that, just to interrupt just for a moment, we've got our breakfast show talkers here, and we got Janet saying the darker the cherry, the sweeter the fruit. Absolutely. Correct. And Paulette from Plaza saying, "Hi Ronald, I tried the celery with apple and almond butter. It was much more easy to eat." All right, that was from the last program. Yeah, a couple of weeks ago. That stood out for all of us. And Julie saying, "I got some from Costco yesterday, so she's got some cherries." So Julie is always it's like Julie saw the program coming before it comes, because usually she's already got a lot of the stuff we're talking about or engaged in it, isn't it? It's interesting. By the way, next time we get the program, I'm going to show Julie sent pictures of certain things that she's growing, like olive tree and thyme and all those things. Yeah, she's been sharing it with us, so we'll show it. But continue, Ronald.
Is she one of the listed friends?
Say that again?
Where's Julie from?
Julie's in Leicester.
Oh, Leicester.
Yeah, it's Fatima that's in France.
Okay. I just want to give you one more interesting fact. For the cherries are also very good for the heart muscle, right? And reducing cholesterol, right? Now get this. This has been scientifically proven. For every 1% LDL cholesterol you take out, now as you know, you got two cholesterol. You got LDL, HDL. HDL is a good one, LDL bad one, right? Now, for every 1% LDL cholesterol you reduce, you reduce 1% LDL, you also reduce your chances of getting heart attack by 2%.
Okay.
So you get that. So you got 1% reduction LDL. That improves your chances of not getting a heart attack by 2%. So the more LDL you reduce through eating cherries and other reduction factors, you're reducing your chance of having heart attacks.
Boom. That's it. We can't do enough of it, especially in this day and age where we don't move around as much. You know, especially. We have to move, but this helps a lot.
Well, you've got to remember the heart is a muscle just like any other muscle. And so you must exercise muscle. And to me, walking fast, maybe 2 or 3 kilometers every day, that's one of the best choices you can make. And of course, eat your cherries afterwards.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay, I gotcha. Just something quickly, because just a breakfast show talkers again. Julie says I love meat. Okay, I mean, Julie, you have to deal with that, all right? Jeanette says grass-fed meat is better.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah,
that is true. That is true because it is a better quality meat. Yes.
Yep. And true. Tyler from Boring says I'm allergic to cherries, and he starts crying.
Oh yeah. Oh no.
Oh no. You have to. Well, I'm sure we'll have another alternative for you, Tyler, that you won't be allergic to. Definitely. Ronald's got loads of them. All right.
One of the things you can do if you're allergic is if you get one cherry, and you get just a little sliver of it, just a little bit, right? Just put it on your tongue, right, and just roll it around your tongue for about 5 minutes. If you start to feel a bit queasy, then it's not for you.
Yeah.
It means you're allergic to it.
Okay.
But don't eat all cherry, just only sliver, right?
Okay.
And that's a trick I learned about in the army, is that if you think something's poisonous, you check it out. Only take a little bit, put it on the tip of your tongue, and just whirl it around. And if you get dizzy, then it's not for you.
Okay.
Back it off. You know?
All right.
Make sense?
Yep. Got it. All right.
I'm sorry to hear that somebody is not enjoying the cherries. That's a pity.
I'm sure Tyler will find a way around it. All right. So what do we have? So what we got now, Ronald? Yeah.
So what you should do though is shop around, because some shops are selling cherries for £10 a kilo.
Yeah.
And I think because the season has been pretty ordinary this year.
Yeah.
So of course the demand's high, but that's high. That's very expensive. Normally you can get away with about £2 a kilo.
Oh wow.
But of course, I if you've got a small yard, I would recommend a dwarf cherry tree, about 6 feet tall. Then you'll still get a lot of cherries.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of recommendation. But our cherry trees are about 15 to 18 feet tall.
Yeah.
After 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, which is and sometimes when the cherries are full, there's more cherries than leaves.
Wow. That sounds good. That sounds really good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So yes. So just to summarize, because Happy Hugo's giving me the look of justice.
Yes. I can feel it.
You could hear it, is it? You could feel it as well. All right. Yes, Ronald.
He's going past the overtime, eh?
Yeah, he's giving me the overtime look.
Yeah. Well, we're going to repeat this at 1:30 today.
Yeah.
On the
Planet
Wellness.
Yep.
Facebook page.
Excellent. That's great.
We're going to be doing a bit of an extension on that today.
Brilliant. All right, guys. So look, guys, this is very interesting. We thought cherries was just a thing that you kind of like when you got a bit of a sweet tooth, you divert over to cherries and it tastes nice. But what you've showed us is that it actually has a powerful effect, a medicinal effect on our physical bodies. It's not just something good for us. Like, oh, we eat it because it's good for you. If people are going through, they have arthritic issues and those kind of challenges, gout, like you mentioned, we have something that nature provides from the earth that if we look at it properly and we know how to deal with it, it can actually help us in a very powerful way. You know, how many times people are, you know, they not to knock anything that doctors prescribe, but they're on a medication for like the rest of their lives and they're kind of like dealing with a situation, symptoms, but they never actually deal with it at the root level. What you're showing us today is to deal with things holistically from the root level, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. That's great.
Well done.
All right. So, guys, the link to Ronald Petrina, the Planet Wellness Program, is in the live chat. So make sure you copy it, you get it, you tag it, put it in your bookmark so you could join them this afternoon because it's going to be going down. And you have more time to message them directly. And also, this program, as well as the other programs with Ronald and Petrina, are on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching us on YouTube, the replay, then you can join us on libertyradio.co.uk from 6:30 a.m. Monday to Saturday. All right, just type it in or download the app, libertyradio.co.uk. Or if you are watching on YouTube now, you'll have if you are watching now, you can watch this program on replay at youtube.com/c/robustlife TV. And you have links to Ronald Petrina in the description. Okay, so like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. And this is a whole thing that we got going on. Why? Because it adds value to you. Ronald, thank you so much for today, my friend.
My pleasure, as always.
You guys are amazing.
Connect online Monday to Friday with special guests for inspiration, motivation to start your morning right. Music, banter, fun and laughter. Connect when you start your mornings with The Breakfast Show. Only on libertyradio.co.uk. That's right, The Breakfast Show is back. libertyradio.co.uk from 6:30 a.m.